Hello, aspirants, and a very warm welcome back to Rungta IAS Academy. Today, we're decoding a frankly massive administrative development that's going to directly impact your General Studies Paper 1, and really, your entire understanding of Indian society.
Absolutely, sir. We're unpacking the newly constituted Navlikar panel. Look, if you're serious about understanding the contemporary structural shifts happening right now within our borders, this is a must-know topic. We're going to break down exactly what this means for your preparation, step by step.
Now, you might be sitting there wondering, why should I, as a dedicated UPSC aspirant, care so much about this one specific government committee? It's a very fair question.
Right, and the answer is simple. The Navlikar panel isn't just, passing current affairs fodder that you memorize and forget. It's an actual bridge between dynamic national events and the static portions of your GS1 society syllabus. Truly understanding this panel's mandate, that's going to form the absolute bedrock for your mains answers and give you that brilliant analytical edge for your personality test.
So, to really grasp its relevance, we need to look at the official rationale. Why was this formed? Initially announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi back in August, the center has now formally constituted this committee. Union Home Minister Amit Shah actually laid out the core concern quite clearly. He stated that illegal infiltration and other factors causing unnatural demographic changes pose a very big challenge for both the present and the future of the nation. As objective students of administration, you've got to note this foundational premise. The government isn't just looking at demographic shifts as mere statistics anymore. They're viewing them as critical structural challenges needing immediate administrative action. Okay, so who's actually running this highly significant study? You'll definitely want to grab your pens and note these down for your mains. The panel is spearheaded by retired Supreme Court Judge Justice Prakash Prabhakar Navlikar, and he brings some serious administrative heft from his time as the Lokayuta of Madhya Pradesh.
If I could just add to that, sir, the multidisciplinary nature of the rest of the panel is just as crucial to highlight. We've got the Census Commissioner, retired IAS officer Durga Shankar Mishra, bringing that deep, on-the-ground administrative insight, retired IPS officer Balaji Srivastraba for the security perspective, and Dr. Shamika Rabi from the PM's Economic Advisory Council. It's essentially a powerhouse mix of legal, administrative, and economic expertise.
Moving on to their actual job. What are they supposed to do? Well, the mandate they've been handed is incredibly specific and strict. They have exactly 1 year to submit a comprehensive report. Now, the Ministry of Home Affairs can extend this by 6 months if needed, but the clock is ticking.
And here is the key takeaway for your society paper aspirants. Their specific task is to analyze abnormal population changes, happening specifically at the level of religious and social communities. Ultimately, they have to recommend a formal, institutional mechanism for quote-unquote population stabilization.
Which brings us to the operational side of things. See, this panel hasn't been set up just to write an academic paper. They are tasked with recommending a streamlined, permanent mechanism to actually handle illegal immigration on the ground.
Exactly. They're looking at a very distinct three-step administrative process. Step 1, a legal, fair, and time-bound identification of individuals. Step 2 involves detention. And Step 3 is the eventual deportation of illegal immigrants. If you can outline these 3 specific steps in your mains answers, you are telling the examiner, hey, I completely grasp the exact administrative framework the government wants to establish.
Now, we also have to zoom out and look at the multidimensional impact here. The Home Ministry has made it clear that demographic change isn't occurring in a vacuum. It's a serious issue directly linked to our national sovereignty, security, and basic law and order.
Spot on, sir. It goes way beyond simple population metrics. We're talking about fundamental changes to social structures, and crucially, the protection of tribal societies. This overlap, where internal security meets vulnerable demographics, that is exactly the multidimensional angle you need to take when structuring answers for both GS1 and GS3.
So, let's tie it all together for the syllabus. We are directly linking the Navlikar panel's work to GS1 keywords like changes in social structure, protection of tribal societies, and of course, population and associated issues. And please, keep the timeline in the back of your mind. Remember, our last population census was conducted way back in 2011. The next massive census exercise is ongoing right now, set to finish around 2027. The findings of this panel are going to intersect heavily with that upcoming data. This makes it a continuously evolving, absolutely vital topic for the next few years of your prep journey. Let's wrap this up with a little thought exercise to test your analytical readiness. Imagine you were sitting in that UPSC personality test room, and the board asks you, As a future administrator, how would you balance demographic security concerns with ensuring a fair identification process? A brilliant question to ponder, and this very explainer gives you the factual foundation to answer it. You've got to approach this complex, politically sensitive topic with mature, balanced administrative insight. Anchor your arguments in the legal and institutional frameworks proposed by committees like the Novliker panel. Keep all of this in mind as you revise your notes today. Keep up the rigorous preparation, aspirants, and we will see you in the next session at Rungta IAS Academy.